This video is sponsored by LastPass, the best and easiest way to manage all your passwords. There will reportedly be 3 new iPhones this year in a bunch of new colors. What's up YouTube, Saf here on SuperSaf TV, and we've had a bunch of new leaks around the new iPhones for 2018, and let's break these down SuperSaf style. So first things first, yes, we are likely to have 3 new iPhones this year. This isn't necessarily new because last year we also had 3 new iPhones, the iPhone 8, the iPhone 8 Plus, as well as the iPhone 10. But this year, all 3 of these new iPhones are likely to have a similar design language to the iPhone 10. So we're talking small bezels with a notch. Now to me, this is good news because it means that Apple will finally be saying goodbye to the iPhone 6 design, which has kind of been recycled again and again for almost 4 years. If you look at the iPhone 6, iPhone 6s, the iPhone 7 as well as the 8s, they all have huge bezels and they follow a very similar design language, so it'll be great that we're going to finally be saying a goodbye to those bezels for the new iPhones. Right, so what will these 3 iPhones be? Well, the first iPhone is going to be an incremental update to the iPhone 10. Now, what it's going to be called is still a bit of a question mark. It may be called the iPhone XS. It may be called the iPhone 11. We're not sure as yet, but for the sake of this video, we'll be referring to it as the iPhone XS or the iPhone XS, however you want to read it. Right, so as mentioned, this is going to be an incremental update, so don't expect anything different in terms of the design and build. It's going to look pretty much exactly the same as the iPhone 10. So we're going to have a 5.8-inch OLED display with those small bezels, the notch, a stainless steel frame with glass panels on the front and back. But we are likely to have a new color, so as well as the space gray and silver, we're likely to have a new gold color. Last year there was lots of rumors about a blush or copper gold color for the iPhone 10. That didn't happen, but it looks like this year we are going to be getting a gold iPhone. And this is something that we've seen many times from Apple before. If we look at things like the iPhone 6 to the 6S, we had the rose gold color, which was all of the hype. Internally, however, we are going to have improvements in terms of performance with the Apple A12 chip, as well as the general updates that we see to the cameras. We're also likely to have 2nd generation of Face ID, which is going to be faster and more accurate. So that's the first iPhone, which isn't hugely exciting, but then we have 2 additional iPhones. The second one being the iPhone XS Plus. Again, we're just calling it the XS Plus for the sake of this video. It may be called the iPhone 11 Plus or something else. Now this is going to have a massive 6.5-inch OLED display. So this is very, very exciting, especially if you're somebody who likes a larger display on your smartphone for consumption of media. A larger phone also means a larger battery. The Plus version of the iPhone is also likely to have 2nd generation of Face ID, a stainless steel frame. So pretty much just a larger version of the existing iPhone. And this is rumored to be around the $1,000 mark. Now, based on previous Apple devices, the Plus model is usually around $100 more compared to the regular version. So I wouldn't be surprised if this price pushed towards the $1,100 mark. But this is just a bit of a prediction. It's nothing that's been confirmed. Reports are saying that it is likely to cost around about $1,000. It's also possible that this Plus model will have dual SIM capabilities, and it would be the first iPhone with dual SIM capabilities. This is something that we've not seen from Apple before, but we've seen on many of the devices on the Android side. And then we have the 3rd iPhone, which may be called the iPhone 9. Once again, the name has not been confirmed, but this is potentially the most interesting new iPhone, and that's because it's rumored to cost around $700. So this would make it the budget iPhone option. I know $700 is not necessarily budget, but compared to the other devices, it is going to be coming in quite a bit cheaper. However, because of that cheaper price, you're not going to be getting some of the features that you're going to get on the other iPhones. So firstly, it is rumored to have a 6.1-inch LCD display, not an OLED display like the other iPhones. Now you guys may or may not know, but OLED displays have much more vibrant colors, much deeper blacks, a higher contrast ratio. The good news is, however, that this iPhone 9 is going to have small bezels with a notch. I'm not sure if it's going to have a chin because it's an LCD display. This is a bit of a question mark. but it's definitely going to have much smaller bezels compared to what we have on things like the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. Now, in addition to that, we are also going to have a single camera on this iPhone 9. And once again, that is because of the price point. I guess this is kind of expected because on the current $700 iPhone, the iPhone 8, we only have a single camera. So the dual cameras will be reserved for the higher end iPhones. But those are not the only compromises. Reports also saying that we're not going to have 3D touch on the iPhone 9. And this may or may not be disappointing to a lot of you guys. A lot of people that are currently using the iPhones have probably become used to using 3D touch. So this is something that reportedly is not going to be on this iPhone 9. In addition to that, we're likely to have an aluminium or aluminum frame, not a stainless steel frame like we're going to have on the other iPhones. Face ID generation 1, so similar to the iPhone 10, so there won't really be any improvements in terms of speed and accuracy. And although it's likely to have the Apple A12 chip as the other iPhones, hopefully, it's not going to have as much RAM compared to the other models. So there will be lots of cutbacks on this $700 iPhone to achieve that price point. But there is some good news, and that is that this iPhone is likely to come in 5 color options. So a standard space gray silver, but also a blue, a red, as well as an orange. Now, we saw this on the budget iPhone 5C a few years ago, having all of those color options, and it looks like Apple is bringing that back here for potentially the iPhone 9. And I've put together some concepts of what these colors could potentially look like. Which color would be your pick? Definitely let me know in the comments below. So there we have it, guys. Those are the latest leaks and rumors around the new iPhones. What do you think of the new iPhones? Definitely drop me a comment below and let me know your thoughts. And as mentioned at the beginning, this video is sponsored by LastPass. Now, these days we have so many different passwords for all of our different apps and accounts, and it can be extremely frustrating trying to remember them all. And this is where LastPass comes in. LastPass is the best and easiest way to manage all your passwords. So let me show you how this works. I've got the app installed here on my phone, and I have here my vault where all my passwords will be stored. If I want to add a new site, I can just tap on the plus icon, find the site and add it to my vault. So for example, here I have Twitter. I can enter my username and password, and I can also generate a new secure password if needed. Now, whenever I want to log into Twitter, I can just tap here, and with autofill enabled, it's going to automatically fill in all the details for me, and it's as easy as that. You can also use fingerprint and Face ID on LastPass to make things even easier. And if you'd like, you can set up two-factor authentication, which will make things even more secure. And it doesn't stop there. LastPass also works on computers. So for instance, if you need to pay a bill or log in from a friend's computer, you can do that easily and securely with LastPass. There's going to be a link to LastPass in the description below if you want to try it out for yourselves. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button. And if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe and switch on notifications. As soon as we have more solid information about the new iPhones, I'll be making some updated videos. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on Super Saf TV, and I'll see you next time.